Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe here at Fino Boxing, like this video, and leave your comments down below. And follow us at all our social media platforms at Fino Boxing, and my personal one is at Adriana_sports. Hey guys, Adriana Jimenez joined here with 4-division world champion Mikey Garcia. Mikey, is that your sports car parked outside? It's the most sportiest one looking out there. It has a big 87. Yeah. That's yours, right?
That's my Viper, actually. We had a tough training session this morning, and I had to make it in time. So I was in a hurry, so I had to drive that one to make it in time. I had to come to the lunch with everybody, and it's a fun car. I like it.
Nice. It's a very nice car, and obviously I know you love your race cars. How many do you have now?
That was the first one I got. I got two Lamborghinis. I have a McLaren. I have my Challenger on that one. Those are the sport ones that I got, the muscle car and the sport ones. I got a lot of other cars. Total cars, I think I got like 12 cars now, but the sport ones are those.
Lucky, I'm over here coming on Uber and stuff.
You didn't see the sticker. You should go see the sticker that I got in the front.
What is it?
I'll let you see it after.
Oh, okay, all right.
I'll let you see it after.
What is it? Oh, yeah. Do you have an Uber sticker?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I do. Got an Uber sticker there. I'll give rides to anybody that needs a ride. For free.
Next time that I'm running late for a press conference, I'm gonna call you up.
I'll make sure I get you in time. You might get there a little scared, but I'll get you there on time.
Got it. Well, we know you love the speed, you love action. We love to see you in action inside the ring. And now you have a big fight against JESSIE Vargas February 29 in Dallas. How pumped are you? How motivated are you?
I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm excited. I think it's a great matchup.
Yeah.
It'll be a great fight. I think it's going to allow me to perform very well and show all my fans that I'm a lot more than what was apparent in the last fight. And it's going to answer a lot of those questions, a lot of the doubts. So I'm excited. I want to get back in the ring. I don't like losing. I didn't like, last fight. And I want to get back in that winning circle. So I think this fight will allow me to do it.
Now it's the second fight at 147. Was there a different element you had to apply during training camp in preparation for this fight?
No, it's not like we changed anything. It was just me adjusting better. I think that's the biggest difference. I've carried the weight for a year now, and I think my body's naturally now adjusted better than prior. When I try to bulk up, gain weight within 10 weeks and then try to, shrink down just a little bit just to be quick, it just wasn't enough time. That was honestly what happened, and that's all right. You learn, use that as experience to learn and do better next time.
Well, you look good. You look in shape. How do you feel? Because I know you said after the ERROL Spence fight that you didn't feel great inside the ring, and obviously that affected you. But how are you feeling so far? How are you feeling throughout the training camp?
I feel very good. I feel sharp. We just finished doing sparring this morning, and we've been sparring, terrific rounds. Big guys, different sparring partners. I'm happy when my dad's happy. When my dad is happy and he likes what he sees, then that also reassures that I'm doing very well. So I feel very good. I feel confident. I think 2 weeks people are gonna see. Damn. Mikey's now a real welterweight. He can really do something at welterweight, and that's what I'm excited for.
Boxing is like no other sport where you cannot have a night off. You have a night off and everyone attacks you. What do you say to the haters that are saying, we saw you at 147 against Errol Spence. What are you doing back here?
Look, it's not. I don't want to consider them haters, but they have the right to have that opinion. My performance from my last fight was obviously the worst of my career. I felt slow, sluggish, tired, weak. So I couldn't do anything, and that's fine. It just happens. Errol fought a great fight. He fought a great fight. So it's hard for anybody else to give me any credit. So it's not. I don't want to call anybody that has any negative to say about my last performance, a hater. I just think that this fight will allow me to show everybody that I can be a lot more than what they saw in the last fight. I can be a true player at 47, and I think they're gonna change their mind about me fighting at welterweight.
Well, I know for here at Matchroom, you're at a fight per fight contract, right?
It's a one-fight deal that we did. We secured a one-fight deal, basically a partnership that we did, co-promoting, very transparent about everything, and it's what I needed, and it's what I needed to be able to work with anybody. And I mean, so far they've been very, very transparent. They've been working very well. I like the team. I like the way everybody works. I like the attention to details that they put. So, I mean, I could definitely continue to work if the right fights are available, if the right options are available after this fight. We'll definitely explore it. But it's a one fight with some exploration options.
Have you considered exploring a fight in the UK? I know there's a big fan base over there. Have you thought about fighting over there?
I mean, I would love to sometime come out there because I know I have a lot of fans out there. I always get messages, and different reporters always tell me that I have a big fan base in the UK. I think it would be great for me to come out there and show my skills there. And if we continue to work with Matchroom and there's the right fight available out there, then I'm open to doing it. I mean, I'm not gonna go, anywhere else that people don't want to see me. If people want to see me there, then I'll be there.
If you go down to 140, would you consider a fight with Josh Taylor, whether he unifies with Jose Ramirez?
That was one of the names that we looked at prior to this fight with Jessie. Unfortunately, he was unavailable, and it just didn't make sense at the time for him. And we couldn't do that fight. But that's a fight that interests me a lot. I know he just did an agreement signed to Top Rank, so it seems like maybe they're leaning in the direction to fight Jose Ramirez soon. But if I can catch him before them, maybe do the fight in the UK, I mean, I'm open to that fight. I would really love that fight.
That would be a great fight to watch. I want to get your thoughts. I know you've been busy at training camp, but just one more week and we have a big fight with the heavyweights with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury too. What are your thoughts on that fight? I mean, we saw the first one. What do you think is going to happen the second time?
No, I think it's a great fight. I think the first one was great. I think the second one's going to be just as great. I do think that Deontay will... I think he's going to start faster. He's going to start sooner. Put on the gas, put the pressure, let his hands go sooner. And if he can do that, I think he's actually going to stop Fury this time around. He already dropped him last time. He already hurt him, but it was just a little too late in the fight. I think last time he took a little too many rounds to get the gas going. And he started doing the same thing with Ortiz, where he led the first half of the fight, first 5-6 rounds, kind of let Ortiz box, and until he finally let his hands go, he's knocked him out. So I think he should use those two fights as examples and as experience to remind him to start earlier. And if he can do that, I think he will stop Fury. But I mean, it's a great matchup. Fury can box and use the height and reach, make it complicated, and also pull it off. But I feel that Wilder power and confidence is just so high, I think he's going to win.
Well, because Tyson Fury was saying that he was going to start fast, and he was telling everybody, he was telling the media that he was going to knock out Deontay Wilder in 2 rounds.
I mean, if he tells me that, I'll bet him some money, because I really doubt that. That's not the game. I don't think that's the best strategy for him. I think the best strategy for Fury is to box. Use that height, that reach. Use the weird, awkward angles that he does. Punching from different angles. Use that, complicate things. I think that's the strategy. He may say something else just to, get some conversations out there, but I think he's gonna try to box.
Well, speaking of the heavyweights with Andy Ruiz, do you feel that he can come back? Because many fighters that I have talked to have told me that one fight, brings it down, but then it wasn't like he was knocked out. He had a bad performance, but he can come back. Do you think he can come back and be on top of the heavyweight division again?
I think he can. I think if he takes 1 or 2 fights to kind of rebuild him and in a way gain the confidence of the people that he's back, then he can actually be something serious. Then look for another 3rd fight with AJ. I mean, they're 1-1. Why not do a 3rd fight? But he's got to earn it. He's got to get those 2 good wins or 1 good win to be able to, earn that shot. And if he does that and he prepares himself well enough, then he could really do something and win that fight again and be on top of the world once again. Because he already did it one time. This last time, he was not in shape. He clearly said it himself. So I think if he puts in the time in the ring, in the gym, he'll definitely be able to pull it off again.
I talked to your brother in Miami, and I asked him, because obviously Andy Ruiz left Manny Robles, and I know there's talks about him joining Teddy Atlas. And I told your brother, would you train Andy? Would you be interested? He said, well, it's up to Andy who he chooses. How would you feel having Andy as as a teammate in your gym?
I think it would be great, actually, great team. I think it would be a great opportunity to show everybody, that our gym can help fighters like we've done in the past. We've done it with so many other fighters. The list is long of fighters that have come to us, and we've helped them and either extend their career or reshape their career and become world champions again. So I think it would be a great opportunity. But it really is Andy's call. And if they feel that maybe they need someone that can push them more, like Teddy Atlas has that strict regimen and that character, maybe that's the better fit. So it depends on Andy's handlers, management team, who they prefer. I think Robert is a great trainer, one of the very best. I think he could help. It's a little unfair to say that, he needs someone else, that Andy needs another trainer. It's a little unfair for Manny because I don't think it was Manny's fault. If the fighter doesn't put in the work, doesn't put in the time in the gym, then it's really not the trainer's fault. So it's not fair to say that he needs another trainer. But if he wanted to do something with either Robert or Teddy or whoever it may be, I'm sure he will benefit from that because he just got to put in the time. And he can still learn from a lot of other trainers. So I think it's not a bad idea for him to change trainers, but he himself has to put in the time in the gym.
Come back up. Before I let you go, Mikey, I want to get your thoughts on, a fight that you were looking for a while was Lomachenko. Obviously it didn't happen, but now it seems that they're very close to finishing up the fight with Teofimo Lopez. What do you think about that fight?
I think it's a good matchup. I think it's a great opportunity. Teofimo is big and strong, young, with a lot of hunger in him, and I think that's going to complicate things for Loma. I still think Loma does enough to win. I think he can still box enough and win. But I wouldn't be surprised if Teofimo catches him because Loma's not that big. Loma's not big. He's still a featherweight, super featherweight, fighting at lightweight. But Teofimo is a lightweight. He is big, strong, fast. I think it's a great matchup. I think Loma wins by decision, but it's not gonna be easy. I think Loma's gonna find out that it's complicated. Just like when he fought Linares. It wasn't an easy fight, because Linares is a terrific fighter and a little bit bigger naturally, even though he also was a feather at one time, but he's been at lightweight longer, and that complicated things for Loma a little bit. I think Teofimo will do the same thing. I think it's going to be a challenging fight for Loma.
Mikey, thank you so much. You guys do not miss this fight on February 29th. We'll have the 4-division world champion, Mikey Garcia, taking on Jessie Vargas in Dallas. Catch it on DAZN if you're not there. Mikey, I'm going to call it Uber. Let me see if, I think there's an Uber outside with the 87. Get me to the fights tonight. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe here at Fino Boxing, like this video, and leave your comments down below. And follow us at all our social media platforms at Fino Boxing, and my personal one is at Adriana_sports.